Hey guys, this is Irie StarCraft, and I'm going to be casting another special game. This will be a 3v3 on Arakan Citadel, and it will be between myself, Foosk, the Teal Protoss, and my two friends, two of my college friends. We used to play Brood War together all the time. One of them, Mice, will be the red Protoss, and my other friend, Fike, will be the blue Terran. So I think this is the first game that I've cast with my buddies. So I don't really remember what happened in this game. This was from like a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago at least. So yeah, it will be Protoss Terran, me and my buddies against Kuthroat, the yellow Protoss, and Centurion, the orange Terran, and their teammate will be AkrobatiK, the purple Protoss. And in case you were wondering, the three of us, I think at the time of this game, we are platinum 3v3 arranged team, so fairly decent. I mean, it seems like I've noticed that it is the arranged teams, it is harder to get higher up in rank on the arranged teams than in random, because there are so many top level teams and players that know each other and their styles. They play so much better together usually. So if you play a lot of random team games, you know that, because sometimes I swear I'm playing random like 3v3s or 4v4s, and and I'll play a game and I'll be going against an underrated arranged team, like a team that just doesn't have enough games yet, so it thinks that like you're favored. If I'm ever favored in 4v4s, that's when I get worried, because then I'm like, okay, this must be a really good team that just hasn't gotten there, that hasn't played enough games yet to be ranked how they should be. Anyway, that's enough droning on and on about that. Looks like Fike will be going for 2 quick barracks, and I will be getting a cybernetics core following my gateway, so I won't be doing a bunch of zealots. Looks like I did get an early scout there. And while my opponents Kuthroat getting 2 gateways, and the Terran going for that fast, very fast orbital command, actually will be teching up here. He did get a tech lab on his initial barracks and then building swapped, and will be throwing a factory down on that, so probably some fast siege tanks coming out of that factory. I'm not sure. As I do not remember what happened in this game. I'm sure stuff will come back to me, but a starport coming out for AkrobatiK already. So we have a starport coming out, a factory with tech lab already finishing. Meanwhile, my team still sticking to the low tier here. Looks like gonna be my team starting to work on these rubble that are blocking these expansions, and always a good idea on this map, especially as you see I have a probe left out this watchtower, the one that has the ramp on our side. So I will be aware of any kind of press coming right now with that unit at the watchtower, and I will have time to, or my team will have time to pull our units off of these rubble. You never want to just let your units sit around when they don't have to. Looks like we could have attacked right now and probably just devastated our opponents, but now with this 4 warp gates up for Kuthroat, they will be able to start pumping units very soon. So, but yeah, what I was talking about is, if your units aren't doing anything else, you might as well be blowing up these rubble, because especially on this base, these expansions are very easy to defend, as there are 2 entrances to the 3 bases. And then there is of course the opportunity for shenanigans with Reapers up and down the side area. And then there are tons of expansions around here in the bottom. These ones in the far corners are actually blocked by rubble down here. So we'll see if those come into play this game at all. These ones seem like they're exposed. They are exposed to air attacks and drop play, but as far as just ground troops go, they are fairly well protected, because the troops do have to run all the way around and then up the ramp on this side. So it looks like we did clear out those those expansion spots in the middle. Me telling my partner to move his zealots so I can throw down. It looks like Mice and I will be throwing down some quick expansions there. So if the team on the top doesn't try and make something happen, pretty soon my team is going to definitely pull ahead with those quick expansions. So, but if the top team attacks within the next half a minute or minute, they will definitely have an advantage. So we'll see if they do, and if we will be able to hold it off. As Orange player now, he has a Raven, a tank, a Hellion, and a few Marines. So quite a diverse army for Centurion. We'll see how he chooses to use that. It looks like he is he's making more medevacs and making more tanks. And it looks like Mice already with some Dark Templars. I apologize, I did not even realize that was going on, and my bad there. So here you guys go, Mice with some quick Dark Templars coming into AkrobatiK's base, and he is in huge trouble right now. There is no observer. Just now, the DTs are starting to slice away at these probes, the probes running for their lives. And are we going to get a scan? The Raven is out for Centurion, so the DTs should be thwarted fairly quickly. It looks like Mice actually thinking about going after the Nexus there, but with the Raven coming into play, it is just a matter of time before those Dark Templars go down. So a nice idea there, a few probe kills for those Dark Templars, but with the Raven, that quick of a Raven out, an interesting strategy. You don't see players, especially in team games, go for that quick Raven. It looks like I do have an observer floating over here and noting that there are no expansions yet for the top team, so immediately I'm thinking, uh-oh, here they come, as I see the units starting to move out here. So we need to prepare to defend. And what do we have? It looks like I'm desperately trying to get a Colossi, or get a Colossus out, throwing down more gateways. But it looks like instead of attacking, they could have attacked right there and maybe been in a pretty strong position, as we had just now finished getting our expansions up here. Fike with a couple of nicely placed, or one nicely placed tank right there that could come into play. And it looks like just now, Kuthroat thinking about pushing out. Is he going to push out? He's sort of waiting for his buddies. AkrobatiK, though, only with a few stalkers. He did have to run. I mean, he has that Stargate out. But what has he been doing with those units? I see units running around here for me. It looks like I've been missing some kind of crazy harass of 3 Void Rays. There was a Void Ray harass in the back here, and where are those Void Rays right now? I want to find them. They're hiding back in this corner, so that is what AkrobatiK has been doing this entire time, really annoying us. Mice trying to throw down some photon cannons to defend the back of his base, but we are in a lot of trouble because Kuthroat is going to be pressing the front. No, he's seeing those 2 siege tanks, decides to fall back. I do have 1 Colossi out to try and help that front, but at the same time, Mice's base is in serious jeopardy right now. There are 3 Void Rays back here going uncontested. He is trying to warp in stalkers in the back. There are Dark Templars now for Kuthroat coming right in the front, though the scan going off nicely there for Fike, but the supply depot is down, using his units to try and clog up this front, and we are in a lot of trouble because Centurion just dropped units off on the top right at the Xel'Naga Watchtower, starting to fire away at these expansions with this 1 siege tank that has 18 life left, desperately trying. It looks like I'm going to be, where's my units right now? I have 1 Colossi and 1 Stalker, 2 Zealots, and as Kuthroat is coming right through the front of Fike's base, I'm pulling my units desperately to try and get rid of this tank and these units here on the top drop from Orange, and meanwhile, Mice is forced to sit back here and defend his base from these Void Rays, so we are getting assaulted from 3 sides right now, and it looks like Kuthroat, even with a few more Dark Templars in that army, just ripping up all of Fike's bio. He's forced to lift up his buildings. It looks like I was finally able to clean up that drop attack on the front, and now getting a good position with this Colossus is just burning away Stalkers. Finally, that Stalker deciding to run away, and now Mice and I finally able to bring our Stalkers over to try and help defend Fike's base. There are a ton of Zealots and a couple of Stalkers left in here. There are Dark Templars in here as well. Do we have an observer on the field? I don't think so. Maybe we must have, because I think the Dark Templar is still here in the base, slicing away, and until we get something to deal with that, we will be in a lot of trouble. My observer is still way over here, and I don't know if I have another one anywhere, but finally it looks like that Dark Templar went down, and a scan may have gone off, but they are continuing to press right here, even dropping an auto turret into Mice's mineral line. And we are just hanging on by a thread, trying to force these attacks back. Centurion with the medics to heal that, but there is too many stalkers here, and it looks like we're going to be able to ward that attack back. So wow, the Void Ray still in the back of my base, just being so annoying. I'm trying to get a Zealot charge, it looks like, to complement. I've been spending a lot of gas on Colossi, getting a Zealot charge so that I can make better use of those Zealots. But really, with the Void Rays on the field, probably should be thinking about even getting some Blink Stalkers. And by now, AkrobatiK has had this expansion up for a long time. Centurion is just now morphing this one into an orbital command. And finally now, Kuthroat will be taking out these rocks to try and secure his expansion. So after having held on there and defended our base, looks like a Stargate is going down for me. I'm going to be getting a Phoenix out and trying to get something to deal with this annoying Void Rays out here, and also Phoenix very good against siege tanks. But AkrobatiK, while a ton of stalkers, as he has had this expansion fully saturated for quite some time, what is he going to be doing with that? He's pulling them all the way up here. Looks like going to actually take out this rubble and perhaps go for a third base. I'm not sure. Yes, it looks like he will be doing that. And a mothership even for AkrobatiK is out. Going to be cloaking all of these stalkers. Oh man. Oh, it looks like I saw that mothership. Telling my allies about that. So we definitely all need to be aware of the mothership. Get some detection out. I probably need some more observers. Do I even have any observers in this ball of units? I don't think so. I don't have cannons anywhere, so that could be a lot of trouble. The expansion is looking pretty well saturated. I'm going to be trying to get a third base as well, as so is AkrobatiK. And so everybody just kind of expanding. It looks like I'm deciding we need to make something happen. There's a mothership on the field, and that is freaking me out right now. So gonna group up here and try and push out with Mice and I. It looks like Fike does have